Hello, my name is Delaney Powell, and I'm the district manager here at Project Now. And I know that you called me into this meeting to talk about how we need to cultivate relationships with customers in the garden department. And I know that we want these relationships to lead to loyalty to Project Now instead of going to somewhere else for these supplies and for their gardening needs for the customers. And so one thing about that I know about this topic specifically is that our Garden Now customers, or our Project Now customers that shop in the garden section, are generally in the millennial generation, and that millennials last year in 2019 spent $13 billion on gardening equipment as a generation, and that is a ton of money that comes out of that generation. So if we can have a lot of customers that are in that age range in our garden section, then that would lead to us making a lot of that money. So this is also shown in our garden section specifically because a lot of our customers in general that come in the garden section are millennials, and a lot of the money that we make is from that age range. And so some of the key factors in building this clientele is specifically for the millennials. A lot of online advertising is a lot more effective than some other forms of advertising, such as mail and newsletters, things like that. So a lot of online advertising through whether it's social media or just being online in general, just having advertisements out there is going to be a lot more productive with this age range that we want to target. And this also will apply through our customer service because a component of the selling relationship between our customer service department and the target market that we have in the millennials will be through, it can be through face-to-face, but it can also be through our website. An example of that would be through when people want to ask a question, to have a Q&A section on our website, and people would be able to offer advice on gardening or just offer advice on things that we have in the store. And this comes from the customer and client needs that we have developed and determined to be something that we need to meet. And one of those things that we think would be helpful for the customer and for the clients would be to feature a phone app. So customers would be able to download this on their cell phone, and they could have a membership to the app or an account, and it could offer discounts and different free things if they spend enough money on the app or anything like that. But it could also be a section for question and answer. So anytime that they have a question, whether something's in stock or whether they need gardening advice or anything like that, then we could offer a Q&A section so that one of our associates in customer service could answer those questions and be able to help them out in that way too. And since this app will be available to anyone, but this will also really help us target the millennials, because a lot of millennials own a cell phone and they are willing to download an app because it doesn't take much storage and things like that, and it offers discounts and free things every once in a while. So this will help us build relationships with more customers, and just one way that we could sort of maintain those relationships is through an email or text message newsletter, because unlike a physical mailed copy of a newsletter, a millennial person is much more likely to read a email or a text message on their phone than to pay attention to what comes in the mail. They may just throw away their junk mail and not really pay attention to it. So that would be a good way to maintain relationships through email or text message, rather than trying to get in contact with them through physical forms of advertising. And lastly, I wanted to talk about the motivational theories that will impact our customers' buying. And one of the things that seems to work really well with millennials, which is our target market because they spend the most money in our garden section, one of those things that works really well is offering discounts or free items based on how much money they've spent and how many, so to speak, points that they have acquired. So we could offer a membership or a login to, once again, a phone app, and every time that they make a purchase, either scan a QR code on the receipt, or it could just go into their account with us. And once they have accrued enough points through purchases, so you could get 1 point per dollar, and then once they have accrued enough points to earn, say, if they get 1 point per dollar, so they spend $50, then they will have 50 points to spend towards free items in the garden section or towards a discount on some new things from that garden section. So this would be something that would motivate them to spend the money in the first place, so that they will be saving the money in the end, and they will continue to come back to our store and be able to continue to supply us with business. That's all I really have for today, and just let me know if you have any questions. Send me an email or a text message, anything like that, or just call me back into your office anytime. Thank you for hearing me out, and I hope you consider some of my ideas and put them in place. Thank you.